Hey, what's up, everyone? This is the watch list video for Wednesday, June 15th. We did put in another red day in the market. It still really feels like we're coiled for a snapback bounce, if nothing else, because that is a really oversold situation for the SPY. Some highlights from today. I got a name I don't know if I've mentioned in the videos before. And it's Cyrano from the chat room. Came up with this great idea. 62-second mouse on OXY. And it looked probably about like that. So he was in the early high, 62.22. And then it's trailing along below the whole number 62. You know we like whole number inflection points, especially with the earlier high of day above, which is why the second mouse is one of my favorite plays. And so it breaks 62. And had a really nice move to up to over 64 with really, without ever looking back, till the afternoon. And for a day trader, that's a nice little trade. And then COGT, Nicholas gave this great idea in chat today. When it looked about like this, so there's the opening candle, and it was a recent high flyer. It had put in an early, narrow range for its early, first 30 minutes or so. Topped out at 886. And so Nicholas's idea is basically just an opening range breakout over 886, looking for a continuation of the strength, right? And that's what we got. It chopped around for a while, but ended up making a pretty nice move from the 887 entry to about 974, I think is the highest it got. Nice little call by Nicholas. So there's a couple of highlights from the day. It was pretty choppy out there. I can say that. What are we watching for tomorrow? I'm going to try to be short because I'm going to start coughing if I don't. KAVL gapped up, but sold off, but topped out at 253. Maybe back through 250 tomorrow. We'll take out today's high and maybe, squeeze a bit. So it goes on watch. Doesn't cost me anything to put it on a chart. AGRI had that decent pop yesterday. It doesn't look like much, but it went from $1.85 to 266. So percentage-wise, that's a nice move. And today put in a quiet inside day. And who knows, if there's a headline about food shortages again, this has become a go-to for traders. So if you have any kind of headline pop, that's a decent setup for a third day play. AUVI, very strong today. We're just going to put it on watch. Remember, I make my money between the bells. I'm in cash every night, so looking for things that might give me a trade tomorrow. SIGA, SIGA, there were some reported cases of monkeypox in New York. And this one got a nice bounce, maybe a continuation tomorrow on that. SYM had this crazy move, completely round tripped, and is ripping again now. So I don't know what to think of this thing. It looks crazy. But as a day trader, I'm definitely going to have that one on a chart, see if we get an A+ setup in it. COGT, I already talked about this. On the big day, 3 sessions ago, you put in a high and then a lower high and then another lower high. And you've got, 2 inside days in a row. So this one still has potential. GOTU, kind of obscure, but the other day it popped to 208 and then today topped out right around 2. So through 2 tomorrow, that would be a break of today's high, and then maybe we take out that 208 and get going. It's a handsome looking chart as far as potential goes, right? ZEN was on bounce watch today, and guess what? Just another red day, so it's on bounce watch again tomorrow. BOXD. This one goes on bounce watch. Look at that. It's just off a cliff. They had news in after hours, I think, insider purchase in the $1.60 range, and it's really beaten up. And so it's definitely worth going on bounce watch for tomorrow. I'm going to put Amazon, AMZN, back on watch. It's kind of hanging out at support. It never broke its early high today, so no trades in it. QUBT. Goes on bounce watch, had this nice run. Now it's come back on lower volume right into that area we like between the 8 and the 20. So we call that the buy zone. We'll see if it gives a setup tomorrow. And then RDBX goes on bounce watch. This has been like the strongest stock in the world. Now you've got a couple red days right back into that area between the 8 and the 20. Potential bounce tomorrow. And CCI is just straight down for 4 days, right around recent support. So that one goes on bounce watch as well. Let me glance at AERC real quick. I do have this one on a chart. I'm not going to put it on the list, but I do have it on a chart. I'd like to see it come in another day, get down to that buy zone we talk about, right? But sometimes the stock is so strong, you get one red day and then it continues higher. So we'll see. Anyway, before I start hacking, I'm gonna quit babbling, and I'll see everybody in the chat room in the morning.